Hello, I'm Rico Cavella. Welcome to this episode of Fearless Aging. And the title of this segment is Prioritizing Your Self Care Over 50. It's the best investment you'll ever make. And I am totally in agreement with that. And our expert guest today, his name is Carlos Reyes. He's a veteran of the health and fitness industry and has extensive experience as a wellness coach and certified personal trainer, and over the past 35 years has been fortunate enough to work with a diverse group of individuals whose goals were just as diverse, such as weight loss, weight gain, body reshaping, post-injury fitness, and rehabilitation. So, Carlos Reyes, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Rico, for inviting me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you here. I mean, you and I are birds of a feather. We've been doing this work for many, many years. We're both pioneers, I think, in the personal training business. So let's start by I'm just ask you tell us just real briefly about your journey, how you became a personal trainer, how you got motivated to do this.
Long story short, I was an art major in college, but I didn't want to be a starving artist. So I decided
Yeah.
to get a regular job just to pay my bills until I got my art career going. So I started as a sales associate at Bally's Jack LaLanne. I was terrible at sales, though. I had a very hard time overcoming objections. But I love the one-on-one, the working one-on-one with people.
Hmm.
They got to know me, I got to know them. I've always been a fitness kind of person. Sports teams when I was a young adult,
Hmm.
martial arts. So I've always been physical, and I just took to working with people one-on-one. Um, and that was sort of, the beginning, and the rest is history, as they say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally understand that. Yeah. So, well, let me ask you. It's so well known now, commonly well known. How important it is to take care of our health and to get fit and all the benefits of exercise and eating healthy. I mean, hardly anybody that doesn't know that. But why do you think still so many people do not are not really taking care of themselves or are not developing a personal wellness program? Why do you think that is?
I think part of the problem is messaging. I think we're so focused on the external, like the extrinsic benefits of working out, whether it's six pack abs or buns of steel or things like that.
Hmm.
I think if we reframe the message from just being, let's say, physically fit or attractive, let's say,
Hmm.
to a healthful lifestyle,
Yeah.
framing it as a lifelong endeavor so you can continue to prosper and live a fulfilling and satisfying life as you get older, right? Because as we know that the population is getting older, they predict that by in the next decade there are going to be more 60-year-olds than there are people who are younger than 60.
Hmm.
If we start reframing the message as a healthy lifestyle, long-term lifestyle endeavor, I think we'd be able to get more people interested in taking better care of themselves.
Yeah, no, that's very true. But I think that message is becoming more and more prevalent. There is a lot of that going on, but still, it's still a small percentage of people that actually are, they do have a personal wellness program and are trying to eat healthy and more concerned about our health. I guess it's such, we just got so distracted by all of our technology and it's all about how much money you can make and all these things. We just kind of lost the concept of how important that our health is our true wealth, don't you think?
Oh yes, absolutely. And I think that what you just said about being distracted by other things that aren't as important and won't return the investment that we put into, like we're so concerned over how our portfolios, our investment portfolios are doing,
Yeah.
and how much money we have. The one thing that we can't take back or get back is time. But if you invest the time in your health and well-being, that investment is going to return dividends for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely true. Yeah, if you don't have good health, you don't have anything. Health is our true wealth. No question about it. So, talk a little bit about your coaching and why coaching nowadays is known to be the fastest and surest way to achieve your goals in any aspect. So, talk a little bit about why having a coach is so important and why coaching is so effective.
Um, Having a coach is really important because what you're looking for is the easiest and fastest path from where you are to where you want to be, right?
Mhm.
You said earlier, we have all the information, but it's also very hard to process all of that information
Yeah.
because there is so much information, right? And it's coming at
Yes.
us from multiple directions. Work out this way, eat that, don't do this, do that. And so what a coach can do is they can point you in the right direction and plan out a path with you, right? Um, to get you from where you want to be, from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. And so, what I do, I work with the over 50 population. All of my clients are successful in almost every other aspect of their lives, but they still have trouble incorporating a regular exercise routine into their daily lives,
Yeah.
right? And so, my job is to make it as efficient and effective as possible for them to incorporate that exercise routine into their lives without more stress or overwhelm.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no question about it. I just want to add to that. I've worked with, I'd say really high percentage of some of the most successful and busy people, like really well known, really successful people take the time to, to have a trainer, have a coach, because they know that it's going to help them, even if their goal is just to be more successful. Well, because it takes a lot of energy and good health to be successful, right? So if you really want to be highly successful, you got to have good health and have a lot of energy. So it's so important to have a coach. Yeah. Well, okay. Then my next question is though, as you know too, a lot of people maybe start some kind of a exercise program or healthy eating or a wellness program, but then they don't stick with it. So give us some of your tips for keeping people to how they can stay motivated to follow through and keep a program going.
The one tip that I know has been very successful for all of my clients is to promote it. Promote what you're trying to accomplish. And what I mean by that is you tell everybody around you, all of your friends, your family, your loved ones, what you're trying to accomplish, because they will help to motivate you.
That's good.
Oftentimes, they will become your biggest cheerleaders, and in most cases, they will join you. So you'll have a partner, right? So you'll be accountable to these people
Hmm.
who love you and who you love. And as long as everybody understands that the reason you're doing this is because you want to be around for a long time, so you can continue to take care not only of yourself but of them. That's the one big difference that I have found works with my clients. Just promote what you're trying to do, that you're trying to take better care of yourself, and why you're trying to take better care of yourself, so
Yeah.
you can take care of those who rely on you.
Yeah, that's so good. That's really good, Carlos. Yeah, I think that really emphasis is that to let them know that the reason you want to be healthy and live longer is so you can be with them and take care of your family. Yeah, that's really good. I really like that.
Yeah.
Well, just mention a little bit. Who's your ideal client? Who do you like to work with?
My ideal client is an active over 50 professional who wants to continue to perform at a high level into their 60s, 70s, 80s, and in some cases 90s. My oldest client is 94.
Hmm. That's so good. Well, that's another good point. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter it doesn't matter what your current condition is, or what maybe health challenges you have, or what your age is. You can get started now. It can make a big difference, right?
Today is the day. There is no better day. I tell all my clients that it's never too late, but you don't have forever. So the sooner you get started, the more you're going to benefit from taking better care of yourself.
Yeah. And don't you agree that? again, it doesn't matter what your age is. You can make some great gains and improvements, no matter what your current condition or what your age is, right?
Yep, absolutely. I have a client who I've been working with for now 8 years. He's going to be 78 this coming September. When he came to me, he had just celebrated his 70th birthday, and he had lost the ability to tie his own shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, he could not tie his shoes anymore. So he was wearing slippers. So he came to me and he said, "Do you think you can help me regain that ability?" And that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, that's so
So,
good. No, I
yeah.
told I had the same experience with people. Well, I know you have before we let them know how they can get a hold of you and contact you and learn more about your coaching programs. I know you have a gift for our audience. It's called your three-step process. Talk a little bit about that, and then we'll let people know how they can get a hold of that free uh, a program for you that you have to offer. Yeah.
Mhm. So it's the three simple steps to help make your exercise routine stick, and it's basically anybody can use these three steps, and they work. Um, so the first thing is you post it, and what I mean by post it is you write it down, and you write it down in specific terms. What exactly it is that you want to accomplish? Do
Mhm.
you want to? And it could be anything. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be more flexible? Do you want to have more energy? And then you plan it out. When do you want to accomplish this goal? By when? In 30 days, in 90 days, and how are you going to do that? And then the last part, which we've already talked about, is promote it. Tell everybody who's in your inner circle,
Yeah.
people who love you and people who you love, your coworkers, your significant others, your best friends, and um, share that with them, because they will again be your biggest cheerleaders. They'll motivate you, they'll hold you accountable, and they'll celebrate your wins.
Yeah, that's so good, Carlos. That is really good. So, we'll put how you can contact Carlos and get your copy of his three-step process, and also we'll put the link where you can contact him to learn more about his coaching programs and how you might want to become a client for him. So Carlos, thanks very much for being here, and thanks for the work that you're doing. And it was great to meet you. I'll say you and I are birds of a feather. We've been doing this same kind of things for a
Yeah.
long, long time. So great to meet you, and so thank you
Mhm.
very much for being here. That was really good.
It was great. Great to meet you too, Rico.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
the invitation.
And thanks to our audience. All right.